Every step across the Ice Age landscape could be your last. Long before humans ruled the planet, you lived in a world where nearly every large predator was capable of killing you. Cave lions were larger than modern lions. Packs of wolves could follow you for hours without making a sound. Giant hyenas crushed bones with jaws powerful enough to shatter a horse's leg. Massive bears claimed caves that your family desperately needed for shelter. This was not an occasional danger. It was everyday life. Modern people often imagine prehistoric humans as fearless hunters, standing triumphantly over mammoths with wooden spears. Archaeology tells a very different story. For hundreds of thousands of years, your ancestors were not only hunters, they were also hunted. That single fact shaped nearly everything about the human body and the human mind. Even today, your brain still carries the fingerprints of that dangerous world. Here's the surprising part. Humans did not survive because they were stronger than Ice Age predators. They survived because they became better at solving problems than any other animal on Earth. That difference changed history. The Ice Age, known scientifically as the Pleistocene epoch, lasted from roughly 2.6 million years ago until about 11,700 years ago. Despite the name, it was not permanently frozen. Huge glaciers expanded and retreated repeatedly, creating a landscape filled with grasslands, forests, rivers, mountains, and open plains that supported an astonishing variety of giant animals. And wherever there were giant herbivores, giant predators followed. Imagine crossing an open valley. A herd of wild horses grazes several hundred meters away. Woolly mammoths slowly move across the horizon. Reindeer migrate in enormous numbers. Everything appears peaceful, but every prey animal keeps looking up. They stop eating, they listen, then they continue. Seconds later, they freeze again. Why? Because predators are everywhere, even when you cannot see them. Your ancestors learned exactly the same lesson. The most dangerous predator was often the one that remained invisible. Large cats understood patience better than humans ever could. The extinct cave lion, Panthera spelaea, was one of Europe's dominant predators. Fossil evidence suggests these cats were significantly larger than most lions alive today. They hunted horses, bison, young mammoths, and probably humans whenever the opportunity appeared. Unlike wolves, lions rarely announced their presence. They waited, they watched, then they attacked with explosive speed. Would you notice one before it noticed you? Probably not. That is why awareness became one of humanity's greatest survival tools. Scientists studying the human brain have found that the amygdala rapidly evaluates possible danger before conscious thought fully develops. In simple terms, your brain begins preparing for survival before you even understand what frightened you. That automatic reaction did not evolve in office buildings. It evolved because hesitation could be fatal. Now imagine hearing laughter, not human laughter, hyenas. Ice Age hyenas were far larger than the spotted hyenas living in Africa today. Fossils discovered throughout Europe show they were skilled hunters, as well as scavengers. Their enormous jaws allowed them to consume nearly every part of a carcass, including thick bones. Archaeologists have discovered caves where both humans and hyenas lived at different times. Sometimes humans occupied the cave first, sometimes the hyenas did. Sometimes the bones suggest violent competition. Shelter itself became a battlefield. There were no permanent homes, no locked doors, no safe neighborhood, only temporary victories. Researchers studying prehistoric cave sites have uncovered countless signs of this struggle. Human tools appear alongside carnivore bones. Carnivore teeth appear on human remains. Layers of occupation alternate between people and predators over thousands of years. Neither side truly owned the landscape. They shared it through constant competition. Fair question. If predators were so powerful, why didn't humans disappear? Because physical strength was never humanity's greatest weapon. Cooperation was. Unlike nearly every other predator, Humans could communicate detailed information. Someone spotted fresh wolf tracks. Everyone knew. Someone discovered a safe river crossing. Everyone benefited. Someone remembered where bears hibernated during winter. Children learned that knowledge before they ever faced those dangers themselves. Information became survival. Anthropologist Richard Lee spent decades studying hunter-gatherer societies and observed something remarkable. Food was shared. Knowledge was shared. Responsibility was shared. No single individual carried the entire burden of survival. This pattern likely reflects an ancient strategy that stretches back tens of thousands of years. Your ancestors survived because they functioned almost like a single organism. Many eyes, many ears, many memories, one community. Compare that with most predators. A cave lion hunted with strength. Humans hunted with conversation. That difference became enormous. The famous wooden spears discovered at Schöningen in Germany revealed just how sophisticated prehistoric hunters had already become nearly 300,000 years ago. These were not sharpened sticks. They were carefully balanced weapons engineered for throwing. That level of craftsmanship required planning. Planning required teaching. Teaching required language. And language multiplied every survival advantage. But even excellent weapons could not remove fear. Imagine tracking a wounded deer through dense woodland. Fresh blood stains the leaves. Broken branches reveal its direction. Everything suggests success. Then the forest becomes silent. Too silent. Birds stop singing. Wind seems to disappear. Every instinct tells you something has changed. The deer is no longer your only concern. Predators often followed exactly the same trail. Your hunt could instantly become theirs. Archaeologists studying cut marks on fossil bones have uncovered fascinating evidence. Sometimes human stone tools cut the meat before carnivores reached the carcass. Sometimes carnivore teeth arrived first. Sometimes both marks overlap. These bones preserve thousands of forgotten encounters between species competing for exactly the same food. Every meal carried risk. Every successful hunt attracted attention. The smell of blood traveled far. Could you defend your prize, or would you abandon hours of work simply to stay alive? Often, survival meant walking away. Modern society celebrates never giving up. Ice Age survival rewarded knowing when to retreat. That lesson is difficult for many people today. Now think about children. Every parent faced an impossible challenge. Young children could not move quietly. They cried. They laughed. They wandered. Every sound risked attracting attention. Protecting children required constant teamwork. Grandparents watched while adults searched for food. Older siblings learned responsibility early. Everyone contributed. Anthropologist James Sussman argues that hunter-gatherer societies depended heavily on cooperation rather than competition inside the group. Helping others increased everyone's chance of survival. In a landscape filled with predators, selfishness became expensive. Trust became priceless. Perhaps the greatest rival of all was the wolf. Unlike large cats, wolves rarely depended on surprise alone. They relied on endurance, coordination, communication. Sound familiar? Humans and wolves evolved remarkably similar hunting strategies despite belonging to completely different families of mammals. Both hunted together, both protected offspring, both learned socially, both recognized leadership, both adjusted tactics while chasing prey. For thousands of years they competed directly. Eventually, something extraordinary happened. Some wolves stopped seeing humans only as rivals. Some humans stopped seeing wolves only as threats. That fragile relationship slowly evolved into one of history's greatest partnerships. Dogs changed everything. They detected danger earlier, tracked prey farther, guarded sleeping camps, warned against approaching predators. Former enemies became trusted allies. Not every predator disappeared because humans became stronger. Sometimes humans simply became smarter about choosing allies. Another forgotten danger came from bears. Several bear species lived alongside humans during the Ice Age, including enormous brown bears and, in North America, the gigantic short-faced bear. Meeting one unexpectedly could end a life within seconds. Unlike wolves or lions, bears often required no elaborate hunting strategy. Their size alone made them terrifying. Imagine discovering the perfect cave after days of searching. Dry, protected, warm, exactly what your family needs. Then you notice claw marks near the entrance. Fresh claw marks. Would you still enter? That single decision could determine whether everyone survives the winter. The landscape constantly demanded choices with incomplete information. Guess wrong once. That was enough. This relentless pressure shaped human psychology. Modern neuroscience suggests the human brain constantly predicts future events based on previous experiences. Your ancestors refined this ability under extraordinary pressure. Recognizing patterns meant survival. Broken branches, fresh footprints, circling vultures, unusual silence. Every detail mattered. Today, the same brain notices different patterns. A strange email, unexpected footsteps, an unfamiliar face. The machinery remains ancient, only the environment changed. Blombol's cave in South Africa reveals another remarkable truth. Even while surviving among dangerous predators, humans carved patterns into stone, collected pigments, and created symbolic objects. Think about that. People surrounded by constant danger still found time for art, still taught stories, still imagined worlds beyond immediate survival. Creativity was never a luxury, it was part of being human. Stories warned children about dangerous places, symbols strengthened identity, shared beliefs encouraged cooperation. Culture became another survival tool. Perhaps the greatest weapon humanity ever invented was not the spear, it was shared imagination. The ability to picture tomorrow before tomorrow arrived. Eventually, many Ice Age predators disappeared. Climate shifted, habitats changed, human populations expanded. Some animals adapted, others vanished forever. The world gradually became safer. But evolution moves slowly. Your nervous system still belongs to someone who expected danger around every corner. That explains why sudden movement captures your attention, why darkness feels different from daylight, why being alone in unfamiliar places makes your senses sharper. These reactions are not flaws. They are ancient survival systems still running inside a modern brain. The irony is difficult to ignore. Your ancestors faced lions, wolves, bears, and hyenas with little more than fire, wooden spears, and each other. Today, most people will never encounter those predators, yet anxiety has hardly disappeared. Instead of listening for growls in the darkness, you listen for phone notifications. Instead of watching predator tracks, you watch deadlines. Instead of fearing the next hunt, you fear the next meeting. Your body produces many of the same stress responses because it cannot fully distinguish between physical danger and social pressure. The predators changed. The biology did not. Perhaps that is the strangest lesson of the Ice Age. Humanity did not conquer fear. It simply replaced one source of fear with another. Your ancestors gathered around fires because staying together meant survival. Modern life often leaves people surrounded by millions of others, yet feeling completely alone. The forests disappeared. The cave lions disappeared. The giant hyenas disappeared. But the ancient brain that evolved among them still lives inside you, quietly scanning every room, every shadow, and every unfamiliar sound, reminding you that beneath thousands of years of civilization, you are still carrying the instincts of a species that survived by never forgetting it could become prey.